Hi there and welcome back to my Flosstube channel. My name is Julie Sutcliffe and I'm also known as Peachy Stitcher on Instagram and of course on this YouTube channel. And this is Flosstube number 2, which is actually my first official Flosstube where I sort of show things. I'm a little bit nervous. I've watched quite a few and I'm putting my own things together. So I'm going to do it my way. And I've realised I'm saying a lot. I'm in my craft room now. I do have a paper crafting business, and this is the room that I use for my paper crafting business. It's my stamping room. The room that I showed you, I've not got all these rooms. When we moved to this house, the deal was that my husband could have the larger room downstairs for his office, and I could have this room and half of the sort of box room as my office. So I've got sort of 1.5 rooms really, but he's got the larger room downstairs. So I'm in a different room because it's just slightly easier. I've got a bit more room to show things and that kind of thing. I've made a little plan of what I'm going to show, but I just wanted to say a massive thank you for so many wonderful, positive, supportive, really happy messages following my first video, which I think was on Tuesday. Yeah, I've got 65 subscribers now. So if you do want to follow and see what I'm up to, I'm hoping to do one of these videos every 2 weeks. And today is sort of a catch up on what I've been up to in February because it's the 1st of March when I film this. I've not got all the tech stuff down, but I hope to improve that over the months. And everyone has been so lovely, had so many comments on YouTube and on Facebook groups and on Instagram. And the cross stitch community has been so welcoming. I'm already part of a paper crafting community, and that I've been so well established in there that I'd forgotten what it was like to be a new person. So that's been really nice. As I said before, a lot has changed in cross stitch since I last stitched, which was about 28 years ago, mainly my eyesight. But I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving everything about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share, I've got my notes here, I'm going to share with you, and hopefully I've worked out I've never done those chapter things that are really useful, you know, along the bottom. I've never done those before, so hopefully I'm going to have worked out how to do that, and you will see those on the bottom of the video. So if you don't like one thing I'm sharing, you can move on over to the next chapter. That's fine. Hopefully I'll work out how to do that, and then my next job for the next one is to work out how to put a picture in the screen, because I've not quite worked out how to do that yet. I might have a go, but we'll see. So I've only got 2 whips, but I'm going to share those with you. I have a couple of finishes though, and just a bit of general chit chat, and then I have a bit of a shopping haul for February. So shall we crack on? So what I'm going to do, hopefully this will work. Turn the camera around. Hopefully you can see my desk now, and I'm going to share stuff this way. So I started a project in December. As you know, I'm called a Peachy Stitcher or Peachy Stitcher, and I have a business called Peachy Keen, social media, and I wanted to stitch a peach design. So I found this one. This was actually a finish on the 31st of January, but I didn't frame it until February, so I'm including it as an FFO. And this is from Box and Fox. Now, I've got reflective glass in there, so I'll try to not let it reflect too much. This is a Box and Fox design that I purchased on Etsy, and it was 9,040 stitches, and it's a what's that? A full coverage. It's a full coverage. I'm trying to think of all the lingo, and I absolutely loved it. Not too many colours in this one. I used the DMC colours, which I love. I used the called for colours, and I had to get one of the greens, but I absolutely love doing this. There's no backstitch on it, which was great for a first sort of go when I was back to stitching after a 27-year break. But the only thing I didn't enjoy as much were the sort of filler stitches that are in the veins of the leaves. I didn't leave them all to last, but I didn't find those as enjoyable. I like doing the great thing about this one was there was a big chunk of the same colour, which when you were starting out, that was really, really good. They do different designs, like lemons. I will put a link to the shop in the description, just to give you an idea on measurements. The design is 15 centimetres wide by about 20 deep. So this frame is about 8.5 by 11.5, and I think I got the frame from Next. Yes, it says on the back I got the frame from Next. So that's in my Peachy office, or my Peachy paradise, as I'm now calling it. So that's an FFO, I think, if I've got that right. And then another finish, but it's not finally finished because I've not washed it, and I've not even chopped that off, so I've not finished it, but I was just so happy to get the back stitching done. Is the January sub box from Cotton and Twine, and it's this gorgeous design. There's been many shown all over Instagram by Emma Congdon. As I say, it was the Cotton and Twine January sub box. I will put links in. This was my first foray into back stitching. I'd never done back stitch before, so it was a little bit of a learning curve, but I am really, really pleased with the results there. I've seen a couple of ways in which people have finished this off in this frame, and they've wound double dekin wool around the frame, and I think one lady had wound ribbon around it, so I'll have a think about that. So it's not an FFO, but it's sort of a FO. But I'm very proud of it because it was my first go at backstitch, and these blues, apart from peaches, are one of my favourite colours, so I am really pleased with that. So they are my two sort of finishes, and then I have two whips, and the first one is the kit that got me back into cross stitch. Now I know I can't show charts on the screen, is that right? Have I got that? Have I picked that up right? So my first one, let me get everything in place, is, if you don't know, my husband and myself got married in New York, just the two of us, in May 2022, so it's a very special place to us. And I saw this, I think that's maybe all I can share, I don't know, can I share the picture of it like that, just not the chart? So I saw this Letistich design and fell in love with it, and I got it with some money. Craig got me it from his parents, and it arrives in time for Christmas, and I opened it up on Christmas morning, and it's 16 count Aida, and I couldn't see the holes properly and the squares, and I thought, things have changed. So I had to take myself off to go buy a lamp, and I'd already tried to have a go, and I ended up frogging that because it was just a mess. And so I've started again on this one. There's 45,988 stitches in it. I think that's right. Where's my notebook? I've got it written down because it's on a paper pattern. Yeah, 45,988 stitches. I started it on the 17th of February. And so far I've just done a week of stitching because I've had to have sort of a break. It's a little bit monotonous with the colours, but I've done 7 days of stitching, and I've done 1,868 stitches, which is just over 4%. And I hope you can see this here. You might have had to move the frame, but there is the start of a skyscraper. If you can, that's a bit better, if you can see there. there's the start of a skyscraper, and you can see the little windows and things, and that's 1,868 stitches there. So I keep breaking off from this. Well, I did a week, and then I was going to do a week off, because I'm hoping to get my other project finished in a week, which I'll show you in a second. So that is the Letistich. I don't even know what the name is of it. Hang on. It's just called New York. And I've seen a London one that I absolutely love too. So that's that one. There's a lot of colours in this one, I think. I wonder if I've not got the chart here, but there's lots of colours in it. And then the other design I'm working on, which has been on my Instagram this week, is a little dove design, which I bought actually. I bought the pattern on Etsy, and I love retro. I love retro things. So this retro coffee design really sort of ticked my boxes, or tick boxes for me. Let me just get this out of the bag. And this is the Coffee First design. It's Little Dove suggested that you stitched on celadon. Is that right? The green celadon. I don't know if that's how you say it. And I've used the called for flosses in DMC. There's not too many colours actually. I think there's only 8, which is good. Quite a bit of counting in, with the, but I'm working on my iPad on the markup app. So I'm really enjoying this. I'm going to have to move it soon so I can get up here. But I plan to display this in our kitchen on a shelf with like coffee mugs. So at the moment, can you believe this is so spooky? I've done 1,865 stitches on this, and it was 1,868 on the New York. So there's only 3 stitches difference. This is 59% that I've done so far. I'm hoping, so I'm over half. I started it last Saturday, which is the 24th of February. So I would hope to finish it within like maybe 3 days. If I carry on, I might get quite a bit of stitching in tomorrow. So that is that. That's that whip. So they're my only whips at the moment, because I've only got 2 frames. I like the Q-snap style frames, and I've only got 2. So it's limiting my whips, which I don't think is a bad thing when I've only just started. I've only been going again for just over 2 months. So yes, right now, how many minutes have I done? Oh, that's fine. Now we're on to shopping. Okay, now, is it just me? I know that my face isn't on screen, but let me just switch back. Is it just me, or is the shopping and opening up the parcels just as much fun as the actual stitching? I think so. I think it's probably even better sometimes. But anyway, I've had a bit of a shopping spree in February, so I decided to treat myself, and had a bit of a tax rebate actually. So I decided to treat myself to a few things. So I will switch the camera around and I will share those with you. See, I'm just trying to find one of them. I appear to have lost one. Where's it gone? Have I dropped it? Well, we'll ignore that one and we'll move. I'll see if I can find it, and we'll move back to so the second thing's on my list. Oh, I found it. It was under here. So the first thing that I got an email with a discount code for 20% from Caterpillar Cross Stitch. So I had been seeing, I only sort of started looking at Caterpillar Cross Stitch things in December, and this Winter Wonderland, Christmas Wonderland, I keep calling it Winter Wonderland, it's Christmas Wonderland, this stitch along, everyone was sharing it because it was December, people have been doing it, And I thought, oh, I'd have loved to have done that. I'd have loved to have done that stitch along and been involved with that. And I thought, I won't get it because it won't be as much fun. And it was 30 something pounds. And I thought, no, I won't get it. Anyway, then I got this discount code one Saturday evening, I think it was. So I was just sat there and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna get it. So I've not started any Christmas stitching yet. I don't intend to just yet, but it's right up my street. I love the colours and I love the design. So I'm really looking forward to doing that. I've seen so many lovely versions of people having it framed. So yes, I did purchase that one. So I got the full kit. So the full kit in there. And then I've already shown you this, but I purchased this 11 by 11 inch frame from Little Dove. And also I got this, some people call them grime guards or Q-snap cover. And I got this, it's the mustard stars. And I got this and I absolutely love it. I'm actually finding that this is a little bit big for me. I have two lamps. I have one in our dining room that's attached to a coffee table, clamped on, and I can sit on the sofa and stitch. And then I have one of those ones that goes around your neck that sort of rests. It was quite a cheap one. And it sort of sits on your chest area, let's just say, and the light shines through. But I'm finding that when I'm holding this, the light's hitting. It's not in this frame, is too big to get in the area. So now that I've got a bit further down though, it's a lot better. But I think I much prefer the 8 by 8. So if I'm going to buy another Q-snap frame, I'm going to stick to 8 by 8s. I also got a lovely piece of white 14 count Aida from Zoe's Gifts and Crafts on Etsy. But actually, I'm in her Facebook group, Zoe's Gifts with an N, and Crafts. And this was amazing price. I can't remember, I think it was £11 something, but it's a huge piece. And when I say huge, I mean huge. I might have to turn the camera around so you can see how many times I've opened it, and then it opens up again. I think it's like 1.5 meters long, so you're not going to get any. In fact, you know what, don't want to stand on the dog, but let me turn the camera around just so you can see. Are you ready? Now, I'm not very tall, I'm only 5'3". But this piece of Aida is now touching my carpet, and it's actually, if I bob down now, it's as tall as me. So it is 1.5 meters. I'm about 1.5 meters, I think. And then it's 1.5 meters by, I will measure it. By 50 centimeters. So I thought, oh my goodness, that's going to be perfect for lots of projects. So really lovely service. And that's 14 count Aida. I wear varifocals. My eyesight's not fantastic, and I do a lot of computer work in my business and with my craft business as well. I do a lot of my eyes get a lot of stick. So that's Zoe's Craft and Gifts, I think that was. I will put a link in the description. Okay. The next item that I got is, I'm going to have to reach up, and I think a few Instagram friends have this. And it is the Cotton and Twine February gift box, and it's the Easter one. So once I finish this one, this is gonna replace that, and it's gonna be my a second whip. Okay, my other whip. So I'm really looking forward to doing that, and you've probably seen it a lot on Instagram and things, but it's a lovely, lovely kit, and you get everything in here. You also get a sweet treat. Now I've given chocolate up for Lent, so that's going to have to wait, and a little tea bag. I love this bunny, and that's going to go on our Easter display. This piece of Liberty fabric to finish off the project. You get a little mini easel for display purposes, and then of course the main event, you've got the Aida and then the colours there. I think this is it parchment? I'm still learning, honestly. There's so much to learn, but yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that. I know it's 16 count, so I am looking forward to doing that one. I've skipped the next one because it's just not quite up my street, so I'd rather do things that are that sort of float my boat. But that's great that you can do that, isn't it? And then what else is on my list? Just a couple more things. Now I don't know if I can put this image on screen. I'm gonna have a go. Picture in picture. Should we try? Oh no, I can't put a picture on. So I will have to not do that and learn how to do it for next time. But I purchased a lovely Shannon Christine Hello Spring design. And if I work out how to do it, you might see it here now. And if I've worked out how to do it, if not, I'll work that out for next time. But I've purchased the PDF and I'm looking forward to stitching that. I've ordered the threads for it, but I haven't got those yet. And then finally, and I'm really happy to share this because I've had a few questions about this, and I ordered a bag from my lovely friend who's called Jenny on Etsy, and you can see here how it just go flat there. It's a lovely size. I'll measure for you. It's just over 30 centimeters by 23, and it's got what do you call it when it's got a flat bottom? It's like a bucket bag really. And I've got my threads in here that I've not put on bobbins. Obviously that's a small bit of something in quite a large bag, but it is absolutely beautifully made. Jenny's a really talented sewer. It's lined, fully lined and padded, and it comes, I think this is Rifle Paper Company fabric. It comes with this sort of wristlet on, which you can take off the zip and use for your keys. It came with that, but she does sell them separately. She's got loads of different designs, and she's called My Little Sewing Haven on Etsy. I will tag her in, and I know that my friend Leah, who I'm going to give a shout out to, is wanting to get a bag because they are just lovely. I mean, even if they're not for your cross stitch, it's a great toilet bag for holidays and things. Really, really lovely. And I've told her to do more cross stitch things, and I can share for her. And the packaging, she put a lovely sweet treat in a tea bag. The packaging was absolutely gorgeous too. So thank you, Jenny. That's amazing, and I want to share. She's not on Instagram. She's just on Etsy and Facebook. So I will share that with you soon. Well, in the description. And then I just wanted to share my little thread box. It's a little bit pathetic at the moment. Some of my threads are in with my whips, but I have got more on the way. So this, by the time I do this next video, I think at least another 2 columns might be filled. But I mean, the dream is to get the pip and chip, and I'm hoping to get that hopefully this month, but we shall see. I started off with the cardboard bobbins. They didn't last too long at all, and now I've got some plastic ones, and I got some little stickers with numbers on from Etsy, and I spent a nice hour last Saturday putting these on here.
And they're in order, numerical order, starting at the front. As I say, I've not got loads, but I've got some more on the way. I did get all these threads from Threads for You, and I will put a link on the 80p per skein. I don't know if I say that right, but anyway. And I have got some more coming in the next couple of days from Lakeside Needlecraft. So that is my little box of bobbins.
I hope you've enjoyed today's Flosstube. I've done 25 minutes. I hope I've done it right. I mean, is there a right and wrong? Is it interesting? I would love you to leave me a comment and please subscribe and click the bell and you'll get notifications and all that jazz. I will put a link to my Instagram video underneath in the description. And I will hopefully be back very soon with another Flosstube. I love watching people's Flosstubes, so please do say hi, leave a comment, and then I'll follow you back and let me know if you do Flosstubes, and I'll take a look and I'll join you. And subscribe. Thank you so much for being so lovely. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend if I get this video out in time for the weekend. And I will see you very, very soon. Happy stitching, everyone. Bye.